I wasn't naturally brilliant, but I put myself in that position. I have to work hard to get this done. And I was seeing the results. So I told myself that it's either a success or nothing. Of course, I've experienced failure in of my other part of life, but I have to embrace that failure as a yardstick to grow.
Welcome to theBLOcounsel, where we talk about everything personal development and business development. On this episode, we will dive into the Nigerapreneur segment, where we discuss with Nigerian entrepreneurs, their journey, struggles, and lessons learned on their path to success.
Hi ladies and gentlemen, it's nice to have you guys today on another episode of theBLOcounsel, where we talk about entrepreneurship, productivity, and personal development. Today, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but there's a big cat in the big bag. I have people around here, my friends, and in just a second, I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're kind of like doing something different today, although we will be talking about things that are related to personal development specifically. So I'm going to start from my left, and I'll let him introduce himself, Mr. Damola. Let me do a little bit of introduction before he says something about himself. He's, if you're looking for an accountant, somebody who, knows his onions, Mr. Damola is the person for you. So, Mr. Damola, welcome to the show. It's nice to have you here today.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's nice to be on this show. So let me just do a brief introduction of myself. So my name is Adedare Damola. I'm a certified chartered accountant, ACCA, UK. I've been in the industry for about 13 years now. We started early, so we're still young. We're not that old. It's like 30 years. It look like old. But we cover field. So basically, I'm an external auditor / an accountant. And we also help our clients prepare the books. We also do some tax services, advisory services. To ensure that our clients' financials are adequate and they are prepared and also in accordance with the financial relevant standards.
Yes.
We're growing, and hopefully soon we also start our own firm. For leisure, I like to play PlayStation. I'm a fan of PS soccer. I also like to hang around friends. We discuss about politics, music, lifestyle, and culture. I'm so glad to be on this show, and I hope it's going to be a fascinating one. So thanks for having me, Mr. Babatunde.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have introduced you better than you did. So I guess it was a good show that
Yes.
So I'm sure some other time we will be discussing about there's a lot of accounting things, a lot of for those of you out there that intend to maybe start your business or you own your business, you don't know how your books are being put together. We'll have another conversation another day with Mr. Damola. So
absolutely,
thank you so much. I would go to my right. I have Mr. Gerald here. Well, I'll let Mr. Gerald introduce himself because I can talk and on and on and on. So it's nice to have you here today, Mr. Gerald.
Thank you, Mr. Babatunde, for letting me be on the show. My name is Obioma Gerald. I'm a real estate professional. So basically what we do is we help manage clients' portfolios, help them, advise them on properties, where to buy, when to buy, and when to offload. So it's nice to be on the show. It's nice to be on the show.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And I'll go to my far right now. We have Mr. Sadiq, and of course, he's going to introduce himself and at least get familiar with the audience before we kick off the show today.
So coincidentally, I'm also an accountant as well as it.
Oh wow!
And I'm also doing ACCA as well. I have some more used to write to complete my papers. So for starters, my name is Sadiq Adeshino, and I'm an accountant by profession. And I currently work as a accountant and head of operation at Zuma Havens, chocolate company actually.
Yeah.
And in addition to this, I love the gym. The gym has been my hobby from about 2 years back now. It's something if I don't do, I won't get well in a day. And I also love to cook, funny enough. I mean, in the traditional Nigerian society, when men cook, it's not like a normal thing for men to cook. You see women are the more they cook.
Absolutely.
But it's my instance, I like to cook very much.
I'm sure our ladies in the audience, they like to hear that. You know?
Absolutely. I remember one of my friends was asking me, if you were an accountant, what would you love to do? And I thought I would love to be a chef in my next world.
Okay.
Let's see what happens in the next century.
Maybe you really want to break the record.
Well,
Most cooked.
the next thing the best the guy that took over. The next
Longest time frying fish.
Yeah, Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah, so thanks.
I also do real estate, so I found myself more in the real estate sector. So for now, I am more on the real estate side of my business than the accounting part. So I do accounting primarily, but I do more. I understand real estate better, in as much as I understand accounting as well.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you so much. Because when you say accounting, real estate, it's like we have accountants and real estate on the panel today. So maybe after the show, we would all be getting one property or something like that.
Well, hopefully.
Okay, so let's dive in. So today we intend to talk about personal development, and the panel we're going to be exploring conversation around the types of things that we do to improve ourselves. But before we go too deep into it, let me go with Mr. Damola. What are some of the things that you think in your past? So now I want us to kind of look back. That you think, okay, this thing, because I started doing this, I could see the improvement in other facets of it. Are there any things you feel, you started doing, for me, like I said, I started paying attention to my communication, started reading, but can you give us an idea if there's anything that you think, over time, giving me that edge?
Yes. So for me, because of my profession and what we do, paying attention. When I initially started working, much younger, so we were just doing things without really paying so much. You pay attention, but not into detail. As an accountant, when you're working, or when you're in the client office, or when you cross off your audit exercise, when you have a lot of things that you're doing, you're looking at the client's record and the client's books, you face different challenges in terms of the way the systems and the processes of how the client's operations are being posted in the record. So my initial challenge was, having to also memorize the fact that I'm seeing a particular figure and I'm going further. I'm having an issue, and the issue that I'm having is even as a result of the fact that I omitted something earlier on.
Yeah.
We're talking about arithmetic here. Yeah. Talking about accuracy. So every one mistake you make would lead to another mistake. Another mistake. I feel that during the trial balance, I'm sorry if I'm using trial balance and accounting terms. If you're going with records and I'm noticing it's not balanced, you're having differences, you're going back, and you could spend hours on it. So what I'm also understood with the job and with time is attention, like you said, the things that so when I started doing this year, yes, that's why this personal courses also helps. One's personal development in terms of they give some scenarios and you find out, okay, if things are presented in this way, what is the best possible way to go about it? So I found that at the end of the day, the courses I was doing because I studied economics. Yeah. So, when we say economics and accounting are being related, but I think economics is broader than accounting. They are not. So but with professional courses and paying attention to details, find out when you take your time and you look through the things, you find out, this is how this is supposed to go and all that. And because my profession also, it's more of a teamwork. You can't do accounting in isolation, or you can't do audit in isolation. It doesn't mean you go to client's office to audit your records. You're not going alone. You're going as a team. So when I started working, I'm this kind of person, I'm a bit shy. So, and because I'm shy to tell you I'm having issues with what I was doing, so I tend to, kind of bottle my errors. So in bottling my errors, it kind of led me to spending more time on the particular task. Whereas my other colleagues, once they encounter one or two errors, they're talking to the team lead, the team lead is putting them through. So all those things. So with time was kind of a struggle. So as time goes by, I understood the fact that, team work, you need to talk, ask questions. When you're not clear, don't assume that I should know. You don't know, you don't know. Exactly. So you find that you feel you know when you don't ask the right questions, because the client you're trying to audit his books has been keeping records for like a year. You're just going for a short period of time and you feel you read standards, you know
everything.
So you don't ask questions and you don't pay attention. I'm telling you, you go back to the office, you present your work schedules, and your boss will just, once your boss lambasts you, I swear, so the things that me personally I expressed because I was a bit timid. But at the time I understood the fact that you need to speak out, you need to pay attention to details, teamwork, and gradually those things that are like fear or timidness gradually went down, and your own self came up, and everything has to be just so the development was also part of it. So when I was studying ACCA, so I became more cocky because me too, I was like, okay, I'm doing this thing, so I'm also one of those guys there. And with time, experience, study, those things became much more easier.
Well, thank you so much, Damola. I think that's what I'm getting from you is pay attention. I'm also getting be open to teamwork and then ask questions.
Absolutely.
Yes, it sounds simple, but these are quite important things, And I think we can drive the conversation from there. But before I come back to you, let me go to Sadiq. I know Sadiq mentioned something about being you like the gym.
Yeah.
The first thing that came to my mind when I said like gym, I'm like, people that like gym, maybe they like to look sexy because of the gym. So, but we'll let you tell us more. Looking at from the gym angle, but I want to stay on that place because I'm very peculiar about health.
Yeah.
And I believe that if you don't have good health, every other thing is secondary. You can want everything in the world, but what if you don't have the energy to even go out there to look for it?
Yeah.
So from your own angle, in terms of the gym and the health side, what type of improvements have you seen, in your approach to work? Just because, maybe you go to the gym, and all that. How has that helped you develop personally?
Well, I think largely it comes from the fact that you have to be conscious of what you want to get from the gym. So in general, like being healthy is my main focus of going to the gym. However, I love aesthetics so much. I have to be honest with you. How I look matters to me a lot.
Very important.
And so before I started going to the gym, I would And that's how I'm not like the particularly macho guy. I was sort of like, I don't involve myself in doing physical work all of the time. And I needed to challenge myself because I know in the world that it is tough. And if you're weak, the society will beat you up.
Absolutely.
So I needed to challenge myself and raise myself that I can do this. So it started from the fact that, so comparing this to my work. When I started going to the gym, I couldn't do empty barbell, couldn't lift it, couldn't do 10 push-ups. And I told myself, I can do this. I studied in school. One of the best students in my class, one of the best students in my polytechnic. I wasn't naturally brilliant, but I put myself in that position. I have to work hard to get this done. And I was seeing the results. So I told myself that it's either a success or nothing. Of course, I've experienced failure in my other part of life, but I have to embrace that failure as a yardstick to grow with myself. So the gym was more of self-improvement. Apart from my work, my daily life, my health, I have to see improvement in every area of my life. Traveling, I'm yet to explore that part of the world. Something I would love to do. Traveling, my work, I noticed that I lack some key skills while working. Sometimes I take things personal. When I started working, I took some things personal, which shouldn't be so. So how did I overcome this? The gym helped me to feel like the gym is no respect of anybody. It's either you are trying or you're not trying. Sometimes when I started going to the gym center, people see I'm like, oh my God, you look so different. Like I know you before, you used to be very lean. You couldn't lift something and they're so proud of me. So when I don't come to the gym, people actually look forward to seeing me at the gym. And I'm so impressed, like, oh really? So I motivate other people. Even I tell these Lebanese folks that I'm in my gym, that when they see me, like, oh my God, I'm so impressed with you. Like, I can't believe I'm seeing progress. In fact, they want to join me to train. Yeah, my friend, like, well, I need to be with Sadiq. Sadiq, where are you? If I'm not at the gym today. I'm sure by the time I get on Monday, the first thing like, Sadiq, where did you go? I've been looking for you. Right? I told myself that I have to improve. Connecting this to my ACC exam as well, I told myself that having a degree in accounting and a bachelor in a diploma in accounting is not enough. I have to be fit for the global market. I enrolled for the ACCA. ACCA can be messy. It can be messy. So one of the years we started going to the gym was like, I didn't meet one of my papers. I'm like, oh my God, I have to beat myself that I have to pass this exam. For the that I had an accounting degree, it gave me an edge over every other person. But ACCA humbles you. You have to start from the scratch. Forget your accounting. When you have accounting, first class Unilag, first class backup, ABBA, drop it at the gates. It is a different ball game. So in general, it's about self-improvement. You have to improve, unless the society is going to eat you up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, this is. I feel like if I had a gym now, I could get people to come to the gym. Because this is a good gym advert.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Me personally, I like to run. Although I'm not much of a gym person, but I think I can understand the type of benefits that you're talking about from getting from the gym. And the interesting thing about what you're saying about how the gym, because I'm hearing from you, you're saying something like self-confidence.
Yeah,
exactly. Self-confidence, self-improvement coming from you going out there in the gym and all that. Even and this question is still for you. Even as you go through that journey of you improving yourself with the gym, I would assume that there'll be days when you'll be like, this gym set. This gym set. I guess that was sort of sometimes.
It does.
How do you get yourself out of those type of things?
Well, I believe everything in life is about self-discipline. Nothing goes down easy. Dangote, I'm sure, has worked off his ass, sorry to use that word, to be where he wants to be at the moment. So some days I get tired, some days I get discouraged, but I remember why I started. Because before I started going to the gym, I postponed it for 5 years. So when I see people going to the gym, I'm like, oh my God, I want to be like these people too. Let me go and look healthy. I'm not healthy enough. I don't feel clean from the inside. At some point I was partly vegan because I needed to be healthy. Always checking my health status, my blood, my state of my health at every point in time, because it mattered to me a lot. I needed to live long. So I needed to be like this. Not I wanted to be like them, but I just want to be healthy. And that's a yardstick, or that's a platform for me to be a healthier version of myself. I believe it's self-discipline brought me to where I am today. Some days I feel like giving up. At some point my gym expired and I didn't renew it. And I told myself, like, why did you start Sadiq? you are going there for yourself. You are going there to train yourself. The world is tough, and you have to be prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a tough place. It's not for the weak. If you're weak, it's just like I keep saying this. The society is going to hit you up. I have challenges on the job, but I don't let that overcome me. I've learned to brace up and fight to the end. Because of course, the war, if you don't fight, I mean, you lose. You snooze, you lose, like they say.
I'm with you on that. Makes
Completely.
sense, because, I'm hearing a lot of self-motivation, self-discipline, determination,
exactly.
and a lot of us underestimate the type of push that these types of motivation can give to us.
True.
Even in our regular daily activities or whatever it is that we want to do. But we'll come back to the gym because I'm interested in the whole gym concept.